In the sea of modern and futuristic shooters, Battlefield 1 stands tall as a masterpiece of the first-person shooter genre. A one-of-a-kind experience in the gaming landscape, even in 2025, nearly a decade after its release. It's still a game that has a healthy player base and community that keeps the game from dying. It is without a doubt a game worth playing, especially if you're looking for something nostalgic or old-fashioned, or if you're just harkening back to the feeling of playing games for fun. But why is this? Battlefield 1's setting is unlike anything else in gaming. World War I is rarely explored in video games, and Battlefield 1 brings this brutal and pivotal period in human history to life with incredible detail and respect. From the mud-filled trenches of the Western Front to the scorching sands of the Middle East, every location feels authentic, alive and immersive. The game truly immerses you in the places, guns and the battles that are depicted across real-life locations. The developers took creative liberties, sure, but they balance historical authenticity with engaging gameplay, delivering an experience that's both thrilling and thought-provoking. Even though all the guns weren't necessarily in the real historical war, their implementation is great for fun gameplay scenarios, and they cast light at more obscure or experimental weapons of that period. Battlefield 1 is also a visual masterpiece. Even by today's standards, it still outperforms many newer games in its presentation and immersive world and maps. Thanks to the Frostbite engine, the game delivers jaw-dropping graphics with destructible environments, dynamic weather and detailed characters that make every moment feel cinematic. The sound design is just impressive, from the deafening roar of artillery rounds to the subtle crack of fire in the distance. Battlefield 1 immerses you in the chaos of war. Battlefield 1's gameplay is everything you'd want in a Battlefield game, and it's maybe the last true Battlefield game that sticks to the old Battlefield formula. The gameplay is massive, chaotic and incredibly satisfying. There's also refinements to the gameplay that's sorely lacking in the games like Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, like for example vaulting over walls, the behemoths that would spawn in during a match, dynamic weather and more. These refinements make the game feel more modern, and it also makes Battlefield 1 more approachable in 2025. One of Battlefield 1's standout feature is its operation mode. These large-scale multi-map battles are like interactive war stories, with narration and objectives that immerses you in the struggle. Every map in Battlefield 1 feels like a character of its own, from the claustrophobic trenches of the Argonne Forest to the breathtaking vistas of Monte Grappa. Despite its age, Battlefield 1 still has an active and passionate community in 2025. As of this video, the game has a 24-hour peak of 11,000 players, which is 2,000 more players than Battlefield 2042 has. Whether you're a new player or a returning veteran, finding matches is quick and easy, and the community's love for the game keeps it alive. At its core, Battlefield 1 is everything that makes the series great. It is, in some sense, a throwback to simpler times. It's immersive, it's epic, and it's packed with unforgettable moments. Moments that you might remember from the time you still play the game yourself, or moments that are waiting to be made in 2025. Whether you're leading a charge across no man's land or witnessing a massive behemoth crash into the battlefield, it's an experience that stays with you. In a world of fast-paced, hyper-competitive shooters, Battlefield 1 stands out as a game that values scale, teamwork and immersion. If you haven't played it yet, or if it's been a while, now is the time to dive back in, especially if you're longing back to the simpler times of gaming when you came home from school just to relax and play with friends. For me, Battlefield 1 has helped me rediscover the joy of gaming. A joy that in today's gaming landscapes are drowning in bad, unoptimized and overpromised games that emphasizes microtransactions and fast-paced algorithm-based matchmaking. Battlefield 1 feels like a breath of fresh air, back to a time where those elements were less noticeable. That's where Battlefield 1's wonder lies. It lies in the feeling that the game feels complete. It doesn't have microtransaction and you get a lot of your money. Still to this day, 9 years after its release, it still has the capacity to form everlasting gaming memories. The war may be over, but Battlefield 1's greatness endures to this day.